Welcome here to NTV's Grow. We're looking ahead to 2014 and also recapping some of the biggest stories in Nebraska agriculture in 2013. Plus, we'll revisit some of our favorite moments on our first year of Grow and the people that we've met along the way. One thing we like to do is tackle the issues you see in the ag industry. Here's a quick look back over the year. Does that mean that they shouldn't contract with ethanol plants anymore?
We don't believe in climate change, emphasizing the word believe.
Well, science is not a belief system.
What exactly put the downward pressure on those prices, do you think?
A big market like that, you visited China last year.
Steve, this is a great success story.
We have not seen the consumer really react.
What about the other side of cool?
Really big topic.
Yes, a big topic, and a lot of farmers are entering the conversation as well, especially when it comes to property tax relief. It's a surprise to Senator Annette Dubas, and she's the one who wrote the bill.
That's considered an input, and you don't normally tax inputs.
Shutdown has made this a little bit more difficult.
But we start with a look at harvest.
Great yields to horrible test weights.
If you take the water away from this area, our communities are going to dry up.
We had all this moisture, all this snow, and people think, okay, now we should be okay. That's not the case, right?
It's not.
When it comes to the EPA, some say it's a step backward for ethanol, and they are calling on farmers and ranchers to step up and speak out.
An uncertainty for those people that are in the market that want to continue to develop the ethanol market, that want to continue to develop our ethanol situation so that we're not dependent on foreign oil.
The early days of 2014 may finally bring the thing farmers have been working on for 2 years, a farm bill. Viewers like you say that's the top story in Nebraska agriculture.
Really frustrating here out on the farm. It's been a challenge and it's getting a little frustrating.
Exasperating, maddening, and yes,
That's become a frustration.
frustrating. 12 months after farmer Brandon Honeycutt spoke about Congress's failure to pass a farm bill, there's still no resolution.
We've said about everything there is to say about it, and we just need to get the farm bill passed.
Congressman Adrian Smith believes a final agreement is coming soon.
It has been frustrating. It's my understanding that there are agreements within the conference committee now so that we can move forward.
So why did it take 2 years to reach this point?
This process was frustrating because I think there was a little too much politics that got engaged in it. And that has historically not been the case with farm bills.
Some say it's the rise of the Tea Party, with conservative freshmen in the House who want to end the other side of the farm bill, food stamps. For his part, Congressman Smith was among those pushing for cuts to food stamps, but he says farmers did their part by agreeing to billions in cuts, eliminating direct farm payments.
We need some reforms. Both sides know that we need some reforms, whether it's the commodity title, whether it's the nutrition title with SNAP.
12 months ago, Congress extended the old farm bill. This past summer, it looked again like they were going to get the new one passed, but didn't. So come January, farmers hope this will finally give them some certainty with a 5-year national policy.
So there are positive signs, but certainly the sooner we can get the farm bill done, the better.
And Steve and I and the Grow team were able to work together to bring you Husker Harvest Days live.
Hi, I'm Dawn Caldwell from Edgar, Nebraska. You're watching NTV's Grow, Nebraska's leading ag television show.
Hi, this is Tim Scheer from St. Paul, Nebraska, and you're watching NTV's Grow, one of the leading ag information sources in Nebraska.
We've made some new friends over the course of the year, and that includes guys like the Milo Man.
Your other non-food grades will have that red. And
whether you call it Milo or sorghum, they call him the Milo Man. John Dvorak calls it a crop with potential for a comeback.
It has a very good drought tolerance. and it can compete with basically any crop.
Serving on both the state and national sorghum boards, John's passionate about this gluten-free grain that can also be used for animal feed, even fuel.
They will make ethanol out of that.
He farms with a friend, Tim Shear, who happens to be chairman of the Nebraska Corn Board.
John's extremely passionate about milo, but he's very passionate about agriculture in general. And he's just a great source for the state and his abilities to come out and speak.
Their abilities he practiced when he was the age his girls are now, when he was an FFA student under the same advisor they have.
As I recall, he got a blue ribbon, but that was the start of his speaking career, and now he's using it on the National Sorghum Board.
John and his wife Robin have 3 girls, Michelle, Amanda, and Christine.
Active in his local community, very active, especially in his local FFA chapter, and does a super job just helping anywhere that he's needed.
John's the 4th or 5th generation here, going back 130 years.
When I was growing up, we did not have any corn on our place. We always grew sorghum and or wheat.
And the Milo Man continues to champion his favorite grain, growing dozens of varieties and inspiring the next generation.
I enjoy it very much.
Steve White, NTV News, Farwell.
And when it comes to working cattle, dogs and horses have been helping out, even showcased in a way to help buyers make big decisions.
I want to say this is kind of like something I've seen before in a trail horse type of a competition. Can you explain what's happening back here behind you?
Well, behind us right now, we're doing the groundwork where we're doing kind of a trail course. We have obstacles they would see on a ranch. We have a gate.
We rode this horse in a team sorting.
A mineral feeder, a slicker, and they drag a tarp, and then they step off, ground tie, and then they pick up all 4 feet to show the prospective buyers how handy the horse is and how gentle he is.
And how he'll react to certain situations,
yes.
Right? So all of these horses are for sale and they've been worked on by these people that are showing them, right? Kind of explain the importance of what the people that you've brought in here and the people that come in here and compete.
Okay, we brought people in to judge this that are ranchers themselves, and they're used to handling horses, showing horses, and so the importance of this, the prospective buyers can see if this is a horse, whether it needs an experienced horseman or one that anyone can ride.
And here's another tool to help out livestock breeders. Each month, we like to feature an ag innovation. Here's an example.
This isn't a normal trailer. This is something completely different, especially when you look on the inside. What is it?
Right. This is a trailer that we use for artificial insemination of beef cattle. We actually are able to take this facility to farms and ranches, and it just makes the whole insemination process work a little bit easier.
Explain how it works. So you're standing where someone would be working at, right?
Right. This is what we call the office.
Okay.
And so we would actually do our insemination, the preparation of the insemination. Here's a liquid nitrogen refrigerator that the semen would be stored in, and so we would thaw the semen here, and then we've got the ability to run 2 cattle in here at a time, 1 on each side, and so we could actually have 2 inseminators working as well. So come into the left side, and then we would pull that rope, and that catches the animal in that stall.
This is kind of built like a chute. There's a path here they walk in. And explain the level of calmness and why that's important, and this actually helps the heifer or cow.
Right. Sometimes the cattle they're not used to being handled, and so when they come into these barns, they have a tendency to stand quieter, which is better for them. It's better for us as well.
And of course, many in the ag industry can sit back and have some fun. This is a chance to open a window into history and take a ride back in.
Tractor drive across Nebraska.
Kind of a different kind of vacation on it.
Tractors.
I've got my wife IJ, my granddaughter Gwen.
Gwyn. Usually people spell it with a E, not a Y.
Main difference is you're subject to the weather.
It's windy.
Kind of flying by the seat of your pants.
This is the
second year for it. It went from east to west last year. It came from west to east this year.
It gives you a chance to see a lot of things you wouldn't see otherwise.
You see a lot more when you're going down the road at 12 miles an hour on top of a tractor.
You meet a lot of nice people.
Heavenly Father, thank you for being with us today.
Well, it's just fun. I mean, we go on every tractor drive that we can get a hold of and we have time to go. So it's just fun, and we meet a lot of people with the same interests that we have, make a lot of new friends.
You don't need another track. We have enough.
I've seen a lot of John Deere's. Hate to admit that.
Case.
Oliver.
Ellis.
Farmals.
International.
And then we have a Kramer that's from Germany.
That's all the tractors that I know.
Just a bunch of them.
I have to put up with the green one because my husband's driving the green one.
Bunch of nice looking tractors. People are just great.
We're doing it for all 9 days.
She's a joy, and we're just trying to instill a memory that maybe she'll have for a lifetime.
He doesn't have the long, flowing blonde hair, but he does have the muscles. Meet the Fabio of the beef industry, and later on, stories from those who work on the farm or ranch every day. We'll be back.
And thank you for the great coverage you give Nebraska agriculture each and every day.
We're so excited that you are around and supporting agriculture and reporting the news that is important to us every day. Thank you so much.